It's safe if they have a strategy. It's all about what safety is about what you do before rather than in the emergency. So if you define safety, it's putting a lot of things in place so that in the emergency you're able to do those things that you prepared for. So it's safe if you've prepared for it. It's better to run as a group, although that's not safe either, unless you have a strategy as a group. Okay, so again, having the strategy, it's also about understanding what is a bad guy, who's the attacker, what does he look like, what are the common attacks. The most common attack around the world is, excuse me, do you have the time? And in every workshop I've ever done, everybody falls for that. So I think it's understanding what a bad guy is, and it's about his intent. It's about developing tests for that intent, so when somebody starts to get into your space, and it's about telling them, look, you're making me feel uncomfortable, or delivering a clear message and gauging what his reaction to that message is. So if you say, sorry, you're making me feel uncomfortable, can you stop? And he keeps coming, he's got bad intent, and your attack is imminent. If he then backs off and he goes, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't realize it, he doesn't have bad intent, and you're probably safe. Distance. I would say the most important thing about personal safety is controlling distance. And it's kind of something that we, through the movies, you know, you have the good guy and the bad guy, and the good guy, you know, both prepare for battle, and then the bad guy attacks and the good guy blocks, and that's not real. We don't understand the violence of an attack, the desperation of that person. So there's almost always, or 99%, there will be a weapon in play. He'll either grab you, in which case it's too close. So you need to understand that, I would say about 2 arms distances. The moment he gets within that distance, you need to be moving your feet. You need to be putting something between you, like a car, a tree, a bush. You need to be using your voice very, very, with a lot of intent, like a back off, for example. So you need to really prevent getting into that. When it's very close, you need to be doing something violent, unless you've decided you're going to give. Okay, and that's a key point. If you've decided to give, or you're going to comply, you need to understand how you're going to do that, and you need to have some money, because I speak to a lot of runners and they go, well, I don't carry money, like quite arrogant, and I don't think that's a smart thing to do. Because he wants money. It's not about you. And I know of a lot of people who have been stabbed or shot or beaten because they didn't have money, or because the attacker or attackers did not believe that they had money or a cell phone. So again, the preparation before is the key to safety. I think it's a good idea. I don't call them weapons, I call them tools, okay? Because it's an inanimate object and it doesn't defend you. You have to protect yourself using that tool. So for example, pepper gas. If you don't have it with you, so a lot of people will buy their spouses or partners, or a woman will buy herself pepper gas and it will sit in the car, and 5 years later it doesn't work. There's a lot of fake stories that go around that he'll take it away from you or whatever. So I guess you have to A, know how to use it, B, you have to have it with you, otherwise it's useless. C, you have to have decided when you will use it. So are you going to give the money, or are you going to use your pepper spray? Pepper spray is very effective. It's really a good tool, but you can't read the instructions in a violent confrontation. So when he pulls the knife out, it's too late. You have to have decided, look, you're close enough, and if you come any closer, I will use my pepper gas, and then you must use it. You can't threaten and threaten, because all the time he'll be getting closer and closer, and you'll be much more at risk. There are not that many ways you can use it. It affects everything wet, so eyes, sinuses, throat, lungs. The way I would use it is control distance. Use it in an S or a Z. So quick spray, and you want to use stream, not fog. I would only use fog indoors to fog up, for example, a passage if I was getting to my safe room. I would use stream outdoors because it's not really affected by the wind. A quick spray because he normally will hold his breath, cover his face somehow, and then you take that opportunity to get out there. You know, don't stand and watch and see what he's doing or whether the pepper gas is affecting him. But I wouldn't stand and spray a whole can because, as I said, he's holding his breath. And it's very effective, by the way.